Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. Why
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Big 5'9". Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there.
They'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Here's a diving catch right side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Cousins. Flushed out right. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
On 1st down, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Pick it up. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You got
Play action. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one complete down the field to Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Rager catches it left side. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On play action, Wentz rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 72 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Johnson for the extra point try. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he missed it. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They go play action. Cousins. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
30, no, easy. 31's the mic. We own it. Go.
Play fake. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., 45 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They fake the give. Now Wentz steps away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Heineke. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Listen to me. All day, defense, all day, all day. 35's the mic. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On play action, Heineke. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Heineke. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Heineke. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back intercept.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. To throw is Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A give up the middle to Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Stop behind the line made by the safety that time, Lewis Seed. And the play fake, and now Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Russell. Check smash. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 60 Bobcat.
Heineke now. Thomas brings it in. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Here's Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown. Jalen Rager, 63 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Johnson for the extra point try. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a couple, Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Heineke. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action. Now Heineke. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Fourth down, Heineke. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the draw, it's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing. Heineke. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Minnesota, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.